What is going on, guys? My name is Ben. How you guys doing today? What I have for you today in this video is we're going to talk about Apple basically screwing themselves over with the upcoming iPhone 8. Now then again, in my personal thinking, will it be coming up this year? I mean, I would think no, but obviously this happens every single time. So we don't know when Apple will ever turn the tables and be like, okay, we're skipping the S model of the iPhone 7 and we're going to go straight to the iPhone 8. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is how Apple basically screwed themselves over by revealing the secrets of the upcoming iPhone 8, which basically we're pretty much confirmed that it's going to have like an iris scanner in there, a different camera experience on there, and so on and so forth. Now, how did this happen? Well, because there was a firmware that was recently released and developers had downloaded it, and this was basically for Apple's HomePod. And basically they dismantled the whole program or the codes, and therefore they saw what could be coming to the anticipated iPhone 8. Now, if you guys recalled when the iPhone 4 was going through its rumors, there was an Apple employee who went to a bar, and from what I remembered at the time, that was his birthday, and he was carrying the prototype inside an iPhone 3G, 3GS case. What had happened was, if I recall correctly, the guy must have gotten drunk and therefore left the device over there when he had walked out. And then when somebody went to grab the phone and happened to take the case off, all of a sudden that was the iPhone 4 right there, and Gizmodo obtained it. People were trying to connect it to iTunes and restore it. There was an error. And when Steve Jobs found out about it, people had told him, you know, let it go. No, I mean, things happen, no big deal. He mentioned in an interview with one of the news reporters that he could not let that go. So they were trying to get the device back into their company's hands from Gizmodo at the time. So basically, the same thing is starting to happen again with the iPhone 8, but in a different method and with a different cost to it. I mean, with this happening, obviously it's gonna destroy all the hype. And not only that, when the iPhone 8 does get officially released from Apple and officially announced, Apple is not gonna be able to create that big excitement for people, because now the consumer is already expecting and already know what's coming to the iPhone 8. At the same time, this could be a good thing as well, because once people see these features, maybe Apple can try to surprise them in the next prototype, but therefore that will probably delay the launch of the iPhone 8. Like I said before, I'm not 100% sure if they'll actually do this year or they'll wait till next year. But then again, it's Apple, things happen. And you know, what do I think about this whole mess that Apple has created? Well, I mean, everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. No companies are perfect whatsoever. You know, it depends on how big the situation is, which me personally, I'm not 100% sure if this is huge or not, because I'm not a manufacturer myself, so therefore the manufacturer has to decide if this is a big issue or not. Obviously it is for them, because they don't want prototypes just being brought out there and next thing you know somebody tries to play around with it before the official release. I would imagine that may be illegal. I'm not 100% sure about that, but those are prototypes that manufacturers are using to test the product. Therefore, they have to go through extensive testing, and they can't release those devices until they feel like it's okay. Now, if it's okay to play around with the prototypes, because I know some manufacturers will release that to reviewers, that is fine. Now, if you have a prototype and you were not given permission to use a device, then okay, then we're talking about some legal troubles right here. So for this case with developers downloading the firmware and they were able to see some of the secrets, it's not their fault. Apple probably just didn't encrypt it correctly, therefore all these secrets were revealed of the iPhone 8. It is a mistake on their part. For them, it is a concern, but at the same time it could give them another opportunity to improve for future performance, because they definitely learned a lot from the iPhone 4 just from not leaving the devices out of your hand. Now, in this case, with software-wise, Apple may have to look into their encryption software and try to figure out a different way to encrypt these things so no secrets were revealed. So, I mean, I don't have a perfect thought or a set thought on this topic right here, because it really depends on like how bad the situation is, and obviously I would say for every manufacturer it's bad at them. For the consumers, I mean, it could be a good or a bad thing. It could bring up excitement. It could also bring up, okay, I know this is coming, so once I get the iPhone 8, I already know what to do, big deal. Versus, okay, I've never seen this before. Ooh, now I got the iPhone 8. Let's try this, try that, try there. So, I mean, the second option that I just mentioned, I'm pretty sure that's what the manufacturers want to hear. So that way it brings up excitement from the consumer. Now, if it was the first method that I did or that I mentioned, that okay, it's not going to bring up a lot of excitement, and therefore less excitement can also affect sales as well. So what do you guys think? I mean, is Apple really screwed by having all of these rumors revealed for the iPhone 8? And do you think that this is actually coming to the iPhone 8? I mean, let me know in the comments down below. Like I said before, I don't have a set thought for this because this is either an opportunity for Apple to improve or they have to fight for whatever reason, which as far as fighting is concerned, I'm not 100% sure what the reasoning could be. It did make sense for the iPhone 4 at the time, but I don't know about right now with the upcoming iPhone 8. So that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.